The ACT test is the main method of testing students for their college eligibility. I think that this should be stopped because the times have changed and we can do a lot better in getting more students into college. According to eCampus Tours, standardized college admission tests have been going on since the 1900s. And now that the times are changed and technology is more modern, I think that a better method of testing should be used instead of the ACT. I'm talking about this topic because I am a high school senior and I will have taken my fourth ACT test as of tomorrow. And although I have scored pretty well on it, I do think that there could be better methods that can get either more students into college or a better student population who actually want to be in college and want to further their education instead of just to get out of the home or other reasons like that. The main points that I'll be talking about today are the problem with the ACT, the possible solutions, and also the benefits that will come about if the problem is fixed. The ACT is not a completely accurate measure of a student's intelligence or their academic ability. According to Princeton Review, other factors that schools consider in their admission decisions are a student's high school GPA, academic transcripts, letters of recommendation from teachers, coaches, other community members that they know, also interviews and personal essays. I think that personal essays are a great idea because the college can get more of a feel for the student's personality instead of just what they can answer on the ACT test. The reason that I don't think the ACT is completely accurate in measuring a student's intelligence is that every single question on the test is multiple choice, and there are approximately 215 questions on the test, and it takes about 3 to 4 hours to complete the test. And although, according to Johnson Community College, you can't be penalized for any wrong answers that you answer on the test, but any right answer, even if a student guesses on the answer and gets it right, can be counted towards your score. And I don't think that guessing and getting an answer right should count towards a better score because you didn't really try to get the answer right and you didn't really know the answer. Also, some high school seniors don't get a high enough score to be able to get into college, and some students may really want to further their education, but they just can't do that with this method of testing. And it's next to impossible to get into college without having that minimum score on your ACT, and most colleges accept a 21 or above, and the maximum is a 36 on the ACT, but some students just can't seem to get that minimum score, even if they really do want to go to college or further their education. The cost of testing can also be an issue, and according to compfacts.org, the states that do the ACT think that the cost of the new ACTs is a factor in less students going to college because they simply just can't afford those extra dollars for every time that they need to take the test. Solutions to this problem, I think, would be just having simply different types of college admissions tests, such as when one actually enters college and they have to take exams to be placed in certain classes for their intelligence levels. I think that those sort of tests should be used instead of the ACT because then colleges can see how a student will answer a question. They can do their math problems and see how they got the work and actually read and answer questions in writing instead of multiple choice. And then those scores on those tests can also go into putting the students in the right classes once they get into college. I also think personal essays instead of just opinion essays that they give on the ACT are a better way to let the college know more about the student and also to better the student population of each college depending on what type of students they want at the college and how they think that those students will portray their school. Personal essays are a great way of letting people know who you are as a person because they can also see how good you are at writing and how you can get your points across on paper. I think that the ACT should also be excluded because GPAs in high school are very important to look at because it's how a student has progressed through their 4 years of schooling and not just how they answer multiple choice questions on a test. And also, again, the written essays, and I think that also letters of recommendation from, say, teachers that have been with the student through all their years of high school, or community members, neighbors, friends that are well known in the community, professionals, maybe employers, those reference letters can also greatly help a college's decision to let a student come to their school. I believe that the ACT is not an accurate way to measure one's eligibility for college, obviously. And the benefits of this problem would be the student populations of colleges would better represent their school. You would get a better population of students who actually want to be in college to learn and are there because they have really tried their entire lives to get to that point. And instead of just the people who want to get to college to move out of their house or want to get out to do things other than school and things like that. So I think that taking the ACT out and bringing other tests in that actually show a better range of students' knowledge in different areas, such as entrance exams with actual written questions, will be better because it just gives the college a better idea of one's intelligence or just how they are as a person. A student's eligibility to enter college should be measured in a different way, and I think that this should be done within the next 5 years because I know people who really want to go to college but don't have either the funds or the academic ability that some do, but I think that taking the ACT away will help them be able to get into college and brighten their future.